Okay, here's the second part of the videos for your math review. We're right here on this word problem number 6. Researchers in the Arctic are doing a study on an ice glacier that is melting due to a warm current. Oh, y'all, this is so funny. This is supposed to be an E. When it's with an A, that's like a fruit or a raisin. Anyway, has a warm raisin beneath it. Not really raisin, sorry, you guys. I'm going to stop playing around. To a warm current beneath it, like water. When originally discovered, the glacier had a thickness of 540 meters. However, that's going to bother me. The current is decreasing the glacier thickness by 1/2 meters each day. So first question, what is the rate of change in the situation? When we talk about rate of change, we're talking about the slope in our equation that we're going to talk about. And then write an equation in slope-intercept form to model the situation. So slope-intercept form is this one. So slope is how it's changing. So the problem told us right here that it is decreasing by 1/2 meters each day. So decreasing means we're going to subtract. What are we subtracting? We're subtracting 1/2. But what are we subtracting it from? What did we start with? And we started with 540. This is the beginning. So the rate of change is 1/2 meters per day, but that is something that we are subtracting. So that's my answer for that one. We're subtracting from what we started with. So 540 minus the 1/2 meters per day. So I'm going to let X be how many days. Okay, but we want this to be in slope-intercept form. So I'm trying to get it to be Y equals the mx written first and then the b or the constant second. So I'm actually going to switch the position of these two things for my final equation. So y equals negative 1/2 x plus 540. Okay, so on this last one right here on the grid at right, graph the inequality. 3x minus 2y is less than 4. You can do this two ways. The first way I'm going to show you is the way I taught you, which is to solve for y. So we start here, subtract 3x to both sides. So negative 2y is less than negative 3x plus 4. We're going to write the x term first because we're trying to get it in this form, mx plus b. So we want the x to come first and the regular number or constant to come second. So now I solve for y. Right now it's times negative 2, so I undo that by dividing everything by negative 2. So these negative 2's cancel, and I've got y. Because I divided negative by negative, I'm going to flip this sign and make it positive. And then here I have a negative divided by negative. That makes a positive number. And then I have 3/2 x. And then 4 divided by negative 2 is minus 2. So I'm going to graph this. This is my y-intercept. So at negative 2. My slope is 3/2. That's my rise over run. So I'm going to go up 3, right 2, up 3, right 2. And because this does not have an equal bar, I know that this gets a dashed line. And now I have to decide where to shade. So I want so remember this represents our line. And this represents the point. We want to shade all the points where those y's are bigger than the line. So remember, like bigger than, it's like a mouth opening to the bigger thing. So the y's are going to be bigger than the line. So put your pen anywhere on this line. And I'm just going to be right here, it's random. And ask myself, do I need to go up or down to find a y value that's bigger than this y value? Do I need to go up or down to find y's that are bigger than this y where my pen is? And the answer is that I have to go up. Okay, so that means all of these points up here, no matter where you put your pen, if I put my pen here, which way do I have to go for a y value to be bigger than this one? I have to be up. Okay, so all of this is going to get shaded. Every single point here satisfies my inequality. Here's the second way I'm going to do it. And a lot of students are graphing this way using the standard form method, where you make x0 and y0. Right? So if I make x0 and cover that up, it's gone. Divide by -2, y is -2. And if I cover up the y and make it 0, now divide both sides by 3, that's 4/3 or 1.30. So if I were to do that, I'd have 0, -2, which is here, which I actually already have. And then 1.30, well, basically that's right here. So it's still the same line. Cross it, it's dashed. Now here's the thing, if you're using this method, you can't say, oh, look, y is less than. Because if you did that, you'd be thinking you're going to shade below, right? You can only do the y greater than or less than when you've already solved for y. If you're going to do the standard form method, you need to do a test point to see which side to shade. So this method needs a test point. And I taught y'all to use 0, 0. It's the easiest one. So if I put 0, 0 in there, 3 times 0 minus 2 times 0, less than 4. That's 0 minus 0, which is 0. Now, is this true that 0 is less than 4? Yes. So we shade the 0, 0 side, which is this side. Okay, so we still shade that part. All right, this one was worded this one was kind of, the picture in the story, you had to pay kind of some careful attention. It says, here it says that the equation 2x minus 5y equals 10 is graphed below. So because of that equal, that's why it's a solid line. So it's just a shape that's kind of like, this is just a border for us, okay? But the problem says, which of the following points is in the solution set to the inequality 2x minus 5y is less than 10? So it's the same basic shape as the equation, but since there's no equal bar, as an inequality, you have to just understand that this is really a dashed line. Okay, the equation is graphed, but the inequality means something different. So let's real quickly decide which way this needs to be shaded. Well, since this is standard form, I'm just going to plug in 0, 0 and see if it makes a true statement or not. So I plugged in 0 for x and 0 for y. Is it true that 0 is greater than 10? No, right? That is false. So here's the side with 0, 0, but 0, 0 makes it false. So I'm not shading that side. I'm going to shade the other side where 0, 0 isn't. Okay, but just for those of you who don't like this method, let's real quickly do it by solving for y. Subtract 2x. divide by negative 5. This gives me positive y less than, because I need to flip the sign. Negative divided by negative is positive. And then 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2. So now we're going to shade all the y's less than our line, which is still below here. Okay. So now we just check, is 5, 0 a solution? Well, 5, 0 is on the line, and this does not have an equal bar. So this is a dashed line, so we're going to say no, that's not a solution. If the line is solid, then we would say yes, if it had an equal bar. 0, 5, right here, nope. Negative 5, 2 is right here, okay, not in the shaded area, so that's a nope. And then 2, negative 5 is right here, that's absolutely in the shaded area, so we'll say yes. All right, this one, graph the function negative 3x plus 5y equals 15 on the grid, does not specify what method, so use any method you like. When it's in standard form, I like the 0 method, where we let x equal 0 and then let y equal 0. So x equals 0 starts there, that drops off, 5y equals 15. Divide both sides by 5, y equals 3. So I'm going to plot that 0, 3. And now I'm going to let y equal 0. Five times 0 is 0. That leaves me negative 3x equals 15. Divide by negative 3. X equals negative 5. So negative 5, 0. And it's an equation. It's equal, so I get a solid line here. All right, last one. Write the equation of a line with slope negative 3 and y-intercept 0, 9. Y equals mx plus b. This is my m, and this is my b. And you're done with your test review.